Tiffany Trump has mostly stayed out of the spotlight, but not always. In particular, politics has forced her into a number of super awkward, even downright humiliating moments that will, sadly, live on forever.
Please excuse me if I'm a little nervous. When I graduated college a couple of months ago, I never expected to be here tonight addressing the nation.
Before her dad's trip down the Golden Escalator, Tiffany was almost an ordinary UPenn undergrad, posting Instagram photos of the library, late-night pizza, and nights out. Then, in 2015, she posted behind-the-scenes footage of her attempt to follow in her stepmother's footsteps, modeling for Just Drew, socialite Andrew Warren's fashion line. It didn't go over well. In the video, Tiffany, Warren, and 3 other media personalities danced around awkwardly as a photographer snapped away. They seemed to be having fun. Tiffany's followers, not so much.
You call that dancing?
One user commented, "You can't move at all." Another piled on with, "The funniest and most uncomfortable thing I ever saw on Instagram." That's arguable, but a final user summed it up in 2 words: so cringy. As her father grabbed the political spotlight, Tiffany grew more comfortable in front of the camera, if not more comfortable around Donald. An anonymous source told People, they always had a strained relationship her whole life.
So this is a picture of me and my dad when he actually came to my school. I think I was in 6th grade. It was like a Father's Day.
With cameras everywhere, the awkwardness was on full display. After the second presidential debate in 2016, video seemingly caught Trump leaning into Tiff for a kiss, and Tiffany lunging backward in surprise. Once she recovered, she gave her dad a friendly pat on the shoulder instead.
Hi, not Vanka.
Eric, don't call her not Vanka, buddy.
Sorry.
It's okay, Dad does. All visual evidence aside, Tiffany has long insisted that she and her dad aren't as uncomfortable around each other as they look, telling People, "I really have an emotional bond with him, and he was always just the funniest, most loving father. I'm so lucky to have parents who are so supportive of me." So maybe that awkward interaction wasn't what it looked like. 4 years later, during the 2020 election, Tiffany spoke on her dad's behalf at a Trump Pride event in Tampa, Florida, claiming,
"I'm here because I support my father. He supports all of you."
She tried to sound enthusiastic, but Tiffany was more nervous than usual in front of the LGBTQ+ audience, blurting,
"I'm here speaking. I wouldn't lie to you. I promise I wouldn't."
Unfortunately, her spontaneous blurt made her look disingenuous. Vanity Fair picked up on it, publishing a piece warning the public to take Tiffany's speech with a grain of salt. The outlet noted that although Donald had previously claimed support for gay marriage, his administration eliminated legislation that once protected LGBTQ+ people in areas ranging from healthcare to adoption to schooling to employment, all while appointing a number of judges with proven anti-LGBTQ+ records. Perhaps Tiffany knew she was making a promise she couldn't keep. Trump family politics are notoriously complicated. Ivanka versus Melania, Eric versus Don Jr. and Tiffany. To make matters weirder, when the 2024 RNC rolled around, Tiffany wasn't asked to speak. Her participation amounted to being included in a family roll call in her father's speech.
Don, Kimberly, Ivanka and Jared, Eric and Lara, Tiffany and Michael, Barron.
This was a huge demotion in status, and to add insult to injury, Tiffany's 17-year-old niece, Trump's granddaughter Kai Trump, was asked to speak at the event. Ouch. But that's not all. As the Trump clan were taking their seats at the RNC, Donald wandered into the audience. Ever the dutiful daughter, Tiffany approached him, flashing a friendly camera-ready smile. But Donald turned away, giving her the ice-cold shoulder. Tiffany's smile evaporated as millions watched. In a cringe-worthy attempt to save face, she fired an air kiss at the back of Trump's head before walking away. However, Tiffany's husband, real estate billionaire Michael Boulos, wasn't so smooth. He momentarily stared at the back of Trump's head and hesitated, probably calculating the risk-reward ratio, then wisely opting to avoid another freeze-out, got out of there quickly.